if you're paying for Calendly, Book Like a Boss, and you're using Google Workspace to do it, I'm pretty sure Google's trying to put those companies out of business because you can do just about the same thing and not have to pay for those apps. So we're going to look at the new booking pages in Google Calendar. If you're using Google Workspace, you probably know how to find the calendar, but if not, go over to the 9 dots over here and just click on calendar. So we're looking at my calendar right now. It is looking pretty grim, folks. I have almost nothing booked for Thursday and Friday, and that's not good for business. So maybe we can change that by creating a link that allows people to book in the times that I have free. So we're going to go to booking pages over on the side. You're going to see that feature now. And we're going to create a booking schedule. And you can see I've got these places that I can book. So on Monday, for instance, let's actually look at Thursday. So on Thursdays, I have time free. So I have slots of like 11. Let's break them into half-hour slots. I think that makes a little more sense. And then I have free time on Thursday from... We don't want to get started too early in the morning, do we? So let's go 11, and we don't want to work really late either. So we're going to go till 3. So you can see now only these slots can be booked, and we can do the same thing for Friday. Friday, we're also going to do 11, and everybody knocks out early on Friday, right? So we're going to go to 2. So Saturday and Sunday are unavailable. These other days are booked. Now I have certain days in here. You can see I have things that are kind of non-negotiable. So an example is on Wednesday, I work on River app and other development projects. And so I don't want to change that. So we're going to change Wednesday to be free. You can also see I walk my dog every morning, and that's till 10:30. So on Wednesday, we're going to change this to 10:30 so that I'm done walking River. And we're going to change this to 2. Because stuff that's already booked in here is eating up those slots. We're just looking for things that are recurring, that are non-negotiables for me. So I can make sure that I have the things that I want to do set up, but I have other slots available that people can book. On Tuesday, Tuesday, it's actually not an available day to do anything with. And then on Monday, again, I have my walk with River until 10:30. That's non-negotiable because she's the goodest pup. And then I do bookkeeping in the morning. So that's going to go till 11. Here we go, 11. And then I can add more times on Monday. See, so it finds this open spot here. So we can go all the way down until 5 p.m. So now I've made sure I've blocked off time for the things that I do regularly. So now these are the only spots that are available for people to book. Scheduling window, people can do 60 days in advance and at least 4 hours before. I can change that so that if they want to book with me, they have to do at least 8 hours before so that I have time to be able to see it. Right. And you can change that to whatever. Like if you can change it to 4, you can change it to 1 hour. Indicate times you're available for specific dates. So if you're going on holiday, for instance, you can make those changes, or if it's Christmas or something like that. Booking appointments, you can give a buffer time of 30 minutes if that's what you want. You can give a maximum booking of so many people per day, which I love. Guests can invite other people to the meeting, which is cool. You can turn that on or off, but for me, that would mostly be cool. Color code them. If they're scheduled in like this, I want them to be green so that I can see that they were a booked call. And then check the calendar for availability. So if you have multiple calendars, so an example is I have this calendar here, which is the one that I use for Team Lions. And then I have my other calendar, which is used for Lions International, RealmarkAI.com, and my personal appointments. So I want to be able to make sure I have both of those calendars in there just in case if something's booked and taken up. And then if there's any other calendars that I want, I don't need the Tom Lyons one. And then you can have co-hosts if you want. So if you're a team or you want your admin to have access, that sort of idea. And then next. And then I have my choice of where I want to book these. So book appointment. So book 30 minutes with Tom. So we can change this to anything. So an example is this: you could create multiple booking pages and they can overlap with each other. So you can have booking pages that are like book a seller's appointment, book a buyer's appointment, and they can overlap each other so that if one fills up a spot, then the other one knows that's not available, but at least you can give different links for different things, the same way that you would with Calendly, right? Location, we can do Google Meet automatically. We can do phone. We can do none to be specified later if that's what you want. So you could tie automations to this. So when a booking is created, you could tie a Zapier automation, a Make automation, and you can have it send out a Zoom link if that's what you would like to do. So we're going to go none specified later, and then you can go add a description, book 30 minutes with Tom to talk about automations and AI, right? Super easy. Spell it correctly. Everybody likes things spelled correctly. There. Okay, so good. And then we can have a booking form, which has first name, last name, email address. We can make sure that phone number is in there. We can make them required or not required. We can do require email verification if you want. And then we can do privacy policy if we want to have one. We can do payments, which most of us aren't going to do, but you could do payments if you wanted to. And you can do a cancellation policy. And then what's neat is you can do a calendar invitation automatically. So if they have Google, and then you can do an email reminder, which I think is super cool. You can toss that in. You can have a custom. You can add more reminders. So you can do 1 day before. You could do 10 minutes before. And then if you wanted to, you could do custom and go 5 days before or whatever. Like most people aren't booking, they might be booking that far ahead, but usually 1 day is fine. But you can add these custom ones in. That's there. So you've got these reminders that are automatic. So if you have in here the description and you have a personal Zoom link that most of us have, if we have a paid Zoom account, you can just put that link in there all the time, which means that when the email goes out and notifies them, it will send the description with it along with that link. So in 10 minutes, they'll have it right away. So now I go save. And now my booking page, you can see these are in here to be booked and available to be booked, which is really cool. So now we need the link, right? So here's my link, book 30 minutes with Tom, copy link, and I can just include that in any email. I can include that on my website if I want to do that. I can include that in a text message that I want to send somebody. Here's your personal booking page, all right? So I get it. You can do more customizations with Calendly. You can do more customizations with Book Like the Boss or any of those tools. But this is included in your workspace, and it certainly does the trick. And it's free, and it's included with your Google Workspace. So go check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback on it, and let me know what you think.